Hey guys, what is up? This is Lee here and welcome to Road to Golden Reaper episode number 8. In this episode we'll be doing a bunch of Solak, a bunch of dinosaurs, and hopefully we'll get that elusive sub 6 Solak kill. Hope you guys enjoy the video and let's crack on with it. So, starting this episode off with a personal Grim, so that is Grim number 9 on the log now currently. And yep, we are still missing the main hand bow and the staff for the title, but we are definitely closing in on Perdita. I think we're around, 900 KC in these couple of clips, which hopefully, I'm going to be unlocking Perdita in this episode no matter what anyway. And another Grim there from Ryan. So yeah, mainly all the drops have been from the boys other than me in this episode. As you can see there, we unlocked Perdita, which is the 1k KC pet, the little blue floaty orb next to Merethiel at the start of the fight, which is kind of cool to use. And yeah, that's I suppose one thing ticked off. That doesn't really count for anything, but I suppose it's a cool little pet to have anyway. I have tried to order these clips as best as possible, hence why you'll see the RSN name change as well. And also you'll see a few of these kills have been done with the Smoke Cloud spell, which is really nice to cast in an auto attack as well with Ingenuity of the Humans, which applies a very nice debuff on the boss, which makes your crit hit higher. So the max crit now is a 16.8k with a Grim at Solak, and it's just nice to see that added damage as well. And hopefully I can finish my title somewhat soonish as well. So yeah, with the changes coming as well, the changes have actually happened, but this video was meant to be up last week, but I kind of slacked. And yeah, I'm showing selling my pages here, so we hit another 100 pages. We're selling them in the GE, and yeah, Jagex changed page drop rates, so from making it so pages now drop from the Slayer monsters at a 1 in 512 drop if you're on task, or a 1 in 1500 drop rate if you're off task, which is super bad in my opinion. Pages are still going to be super high, and Grim's going to be really expensive to use outside of Solak, so it's kind of pointless of a change. But who knows, they might change it, they might not, but we'll see what Jagex decide to do. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention they have increased the Light Amnica and Bayonet Stone Spirits drops from Solak, updated the drop table slightly there, added some staffs on there as well, and removed battle staffs, as this change definitely evens out spending 60k per Hydrix Bolt, which we waited a year for this change, and I'm absolutely thrilled. So back at the dinosaurs, I've been pretty much camping them one by one, and I was still doing the one you melee. And yeah, we were trying to get the Heart of the Archer because that was the only thing I was missing from that specific one, because we did get the pet really early on. So I was pretty much camping that until I got the Heart of the Archer, which we ended up getting there. And then in which case meant that I would be then moving on to the one you mage, so the red one, and then going on to the range one afterwards, the blue one at the end. So yeah, I pretty much started to do the mage one. I was contemplating ridding them, but I just figured I'd just be best just to nuke that one and just specifically telly out and go over and over and just keep getting the kills in. We got a Heart of the Warrior there, which was huge because I was hoping I was going to be getting that sooner rather than later, especially considering it took us 1200 kills to get the Heart of the Archer alone. So out of the 3 bosses, this one is probably the most tedious to do, mainly because you want to prevent it from coming melee distance towards you, because after 3 auto attacks it will do the global cooldown stun special attack thing. So basically what you want to do is try and stun start every kill you do. That's the reason I do teleport out, is because I'm at max adren every time. So I stun start, and it allows me to cast Entangle because I'm dual wielding, and I can cast manual spells faster with dual wield than you can with a staff. So that is why people 4-tick whilst wearing their staff and switching to their wand and orb, because it forces the auto attack out faster. So yeah, that is a little method. You can also, I think, a legacy barrage as well, but I think that is relatively slow compared to using full manual. So as for drops go, we have had a fair few Heart of the Berserkers, 12 in fact, which you'll see on the log towards the end of the video. Multiple spear pieces, which we've had enough now, which we can make, I think, 3 full spears with a couple of extras in the bank as well in the loot tab. So I've got, I think, 4 of a couple and then 3 of all the rest. So yeah, I can make like 3 full spears. Coming in there with the pristine Rex Egg, which was the pet eventually in the end, 2071 KC I do believe that was, which means we just have a 1 pet and 1 heart remaining, and that is from the blue boy, the one you range, and I started cracking on with that and learning the rotation for that pretty much straight after. I did kind of lose a little bit of money doing this boss because I was using Hydrix bolts, and you know, thankfully Jagex changed the Solak drop table, which did absolutely nothing. But I didn't really mind too much about wasting some GP on this boss, especially with the range being so fun. At the moment with the Hydrix bolt procs that you can get, and you can do a Greater Rico and just gain like 80% adren instantly, which is insane. So yeah, there we go, coming in with the pristine Rex Egg again. I think that was 2258 KC, so not long after finishing off the mage one, which is pretty big. We completed the feat, and also we have regained Insane Funnel boss back finally after putting that boss off for a decent amount of months, because it was just one of them tedious ones, which it was a solo content boss and I could do that whenever I didn't have any group bosses to do. Anyway, let's have a look and have a gander at how we got on during this episode and just see what the overall progression has been. So right then, on to the boss KCs and the bosses we have currently done during this episode, which have only been 2 bosses mainly, which we're going to start off at Rex Matriarchs. So 2258 is the final KC. We've got ourselves the Insane Final boss title back, with us getting all of the pets. And yeah, we've knocked this title off quite soonish after getting the Heart of the Archer, which that alone took me 1200 KC. Which I was kind of unlucky really. We've got 3 full spears we can make in the bank, plus an extra 2 pieces, which is kind of nice, and then obviously all 3 pets, which I got the Bagra and the Pavo pet pretty much a day between each other, which is pretty big. So yeah, that is Dinos done, Rex Matriarchs all sorted. Moving on with Solak, which is at 1156 KC, so I think that's about a 400 KC increase since the last episode, and the only thing that has changed was a mushroom, which I didn't realise I'd got until I deleted the clip, unfortunately. And my last personal was a Grim, which was 17 days ago, which is kind of depressing. So we're still the main hand and the staff off the title, racking up pages quite nicely, which you're seeing me sell at every 100, because I think they're doing the page change kind of soonish, so that's why I'm selling them. And we've finally got a PR which is now under sub 6, which is big at 555, which also looks nice as well, with all the numbers being the same. But we'll probably end up getting, I want to say, faster in the coming days or weeks, because the smoke cloud spell is a big carry at Solak, to be fair. And just going to mention Angel of Death, with me going to be starting this soon, and the last time I went to Angel of Death was during my 5 or 10 build loot series, so it has been multiple years since I've actually done this boss, hence why I don't have a timer. So if anyone out there is looking for an absolute novice to do AOD with, to learn all the new strats and all that stuff, then, you know, be free to send us a message and I will gladly end up coming, because I do need this boss and I need to learn it sooner or later to actually camp it and become brain dead and just make a bunch of money on the side, which will be good. So yeah, that is it from me, guys. Thank you for watching this episode, and apologies for the reason why it's taking quite a while to get out, is because the drops have been pretty shoddy recently, especially personal wise, so yeah, I do apologise for that. And yeah, as always, I shall see you in the next one, so thank you for watching. Love you, bye.